It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Pats, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the New England Patriots. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here we are getting things going. Let's have some fun.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his third season now out of Alabama.
It was a much rockier season for Jones in his second year, and he even had to survive a brief challenge to his starting job. This is a big campaign for the former Rookie of the Year runner-up. He wants to get back to Pro Bowl form in this one.
Throwing Jones. That is incomplete. Well, this really an interesting matchup here in week 1. Of course, you got the Super Bowl 52 rematch to talk about. No Nick Foles or Tom Brady on the field today, but for the Eagles, it's been a long wait to get back at it again since the loss to the Chiefs back in February.
And no Zach Ertz. Was it a touchdown? Was it not a touchdown? In New England, they're still upset over that call, but hey, this game is going to be a blast because the Eagles, they didn't feel like they put enough pressure on the quarterback in the Super Bowl. They want to really get after him in this one.
Hunter Henry brings it in. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Jones rolling to his right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne with an amazing diving catch. And the Patriots are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players. Thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man has got it. The tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. A first red zone chance of the new season now as they come up 1st and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A big play, if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Jones breaking from the contact and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jones, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off play action, Jones. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
If Goddard doesn't miss 5 games last year, there's a good chance he gets Philly a 3rd 1,000-yard receiver. Just getting better and better, now entering his 6th season.
Quick slant here to Smith. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Now back to throw. And he's got it. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Complete to Zacchaeus. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run here with Swift. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Jones on the return. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Patriots take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
11-11.
From the 27, Jones sliding out of the pocket. He's going to look downfield for Henry, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll send Brown in motion right.
Now they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further.
Well, hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, Jones.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. They work to the defense's advantage on that play.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Well, some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right.
He'll dump this down to Stevenson.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Patriots have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Ryland on for the extra point. Oh, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point. And this is going to be a delay of game. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This short throw caught by Goddard. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. They'll look to throw here. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefit.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to. Patriots 33. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They go back to the ground now with Penny.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Inside handoff. Penny avoids him at the 5. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Jones rolling to his left. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Jones. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Here comes 2nd down. They go play action with Hurts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. To throw is Jones. He's got Henry, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
This is 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This for all the marbles. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Patriots, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let 'em talk about it. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Got 'em walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch 'em talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip.
Yeah. Run that back, Turbo.
Deep down in that mud, baby, now I'm climbing out. They think it'll be us when they finding out. I be taking straight losses, like what you crying about?
Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, still that way. Still broad day, live that way, drill that way. Came a long way, real long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, 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 still that way. Eastside Johnny, pull up with the mob, real John Gotti. Grinding from the bottom, blood on my hands, ain't no dirt on my body. Whip big body, block, it'll be a real big problem. Whole lot of priors, that's something you don't know nothing about it. Still that way, you ain't built that way. I been more in pain, waited broad day, really short fuse. Had a long day, body like wow, like. You know I'm an Eastside, big TDs, type of whole rep, that. Top dog since top ramen now, steak and lobster with a shrimp, big, put a ribbon on it, get you gift, rap, bet, that. Real, never switch, that. Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, still that way. Still broad day, live that way, drill that way. Came a long way, real long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, still that way.
Yeah. Back on my ways. Missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in the minimum wage. Gotta keep all of this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me the front lines. You never mine. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on my mind. Keep with a real. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a deal. Made a name for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. They try to read when I drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, no timeouts. Change them quick, they signed up. Tryna hear my line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wideout. Studio been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama ain't no cry now. On me, gonna blind out. Get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts. Booming this like Metro. Groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Bend on, keeping my head strong. My dog, I ain't talking about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, die on, stand my headstone. Stop been grown. You ain't getting money, been frank in the friend zone. I ain't never switched up on the family. Be talking to that at me. Gotta watch my wrist, that's classy. I'm a dog to a she nasty. Then about she. My mama proud she had me. Can't let nobody surpass me. I move to the back like an athlete. Got a little buzz, but these niggas don't chance me. Just take a look at my rap sheet. Independent, man, these can't stand me. Won't stop till I got me a Grammy, a crib with a leg and a whip for my granny. I ain't never had me no plan B. Look at me now, got a problem, get at me.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide, say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me.
Yeah, told him I would be a boss before I had business. I don't even need nobody here to vouch. I was all alone, so I ain't have a witness. Right back to the lab. Gotta go to work, I'm revving up my engine. I was just putting groceries in the bag. Now wait a minute, yeah, forgot to mention. I'm $100 million richer. Might paint $100 million picture. One man army, but I don't fatigue. Better have 100 million coming with you. Got good karma, so I'm riding fiscal. Hit the crossover, leave them playing Twister. Or they thought that I was just a. Now when I do, they call me Mister. Stop it, big wall will suffice. Play with the family, playing with your life. Just got the ops hurt, looking sick. So we gon' disinfect them like a wipe. Had that boy a big cat with no stripes. Now on the gram, ain't worried about a light. Yeah, I had to go ahead and raise the fee. If you ain't rocking with it, take a hike.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me. Say you gon' ride, is he gon' step by me? Can't do it back, keep racks on me. Name home with, I keep 3 on me. Oh, so you riding, I can do everything that you gon' like. Young, rich, and famous, I'm living the life. Pull up in that new thing, I'm swerving and hogging up both lanes. You know I'm in the mood, after I score, I'ma bring it to you. They're a free agent, I give them the boo. I'm with the crew, who we bringing it to. We got no limit, yeah, we on the ride. We all gon' step, we all gon' ride. Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me.
Every time I'ma step with the steppers, black and white beans looking like pepper. Flawless diamonds, yeah, I'm good under pressure. 400 racks tucked in the dresser. Blowing money fast like Big Meech, thinking that they winning, big reach. They know I'm the best, I'm elite. I know when they hating is instinct.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me.
Hi. Hold on, set, reset.
Even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back. Cause you know I got her. Hey, she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta. I still gotta. I still gotta. Back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up, like, ooh, I gotta.
Thanks for watching Madden 24 franchise mode. That was week 1. That went right down to the wire, last play of the game. That's what it's all about.